And welcome to another edition of the Smoking Den. I'm your host for this evening, Smoky Dan. And tonight we've got a CAO. It's the MX2, and I don't think I've had one of these before. I remember when the X2 lines came out, the LX2, Ligero X2, CX2, Cameroon Wrapper X2, and I remember I really liked that one, but I think I may have had one of these somewhere along the way, but I don't remember if I liked it or not, so I'm going to give it a snip and a review tonight. It's a Robusto size. It's a 5x52, and the cigar itself is actually made with, I think, 6 different tobaccos. The wrapper is obviously it's a Maduro wrapper, Connecticut Maduro wrapper. The binder is Brazilian Maduro wrapper, and the filler is made up with a combination of Honduran, Nicaraguan, Dominican, and Peruvian tobaccos. So, you know, I'll be curious if it's any good or if too many cooks spoiled the soup here. I'll tell you, some cigars, the wrapper doesn't play a whole lot into the flavor profile. This is not one of those cigars. Just putting my mouth on it, just a big, chewy, rich and sweet, nutty Maduro wrapper. Wow. Straw's a little bit tough, and so far the smoke is kind of harsh. I'm getting a lot of pepper on there. A tiny bit of roasted meat coming through in the top. Pretty much all pepper on the back to front palate, and then it's a tasty little finish. It's almost like a slightly bitter coffee finish. And there's a little bit of sweetness in the very back of the palate, but just a touch. It's interesting, but I really, at this point, I have no idea if this is just going to devolve into harsh, ashy crap, or if it's going to end up being a pretty good cigar. Not getting quite as much smoking as I would like, but I've obviously got a few inches left to smoke on this sucker, so we'll be back with a verdict in just a few seconds on your YouTube screen. And we're back for the verdict on the CAO MX2 Robusto. And let's get some of the good things out of the way. Beautiful ash, beautiful burn, maybe a little crack at the end here, but it's not a big deal. I'll tell you, all that spicy pepper notes changed in the end of the first third. And it came in still a little spicy, but it had some nice coffee flavors. And then in the second third, I was getting a little bit of mild sweet cedar. It's a medium-bodied cigar. Still a little of that spice, but it's real mild. It's left with a little bit of creamy sweet cedar. Still a little bit of trouble with the draw, but you know, not much. It's not a huge deal. And that said, I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 10. And you might be wondering why I'm giving it such a bad review when it has all these interesting notes to it. But here's the problem, and it's just destroying the cigar. It has this awful, awful, bitter aftertaste. I mean, it's not even like a complex bitter. It's like chewing on an old, stale, crappy coffee bean. It's just bitter, harsh, nasty finish that just lingers and stays with you. It's just a real stale feeling to it. It's a shame because it really wrecks what would have otherwise been, you know, a solid cigar. I mean, I probably would have given this, you know, around a 7, maybe even a 7.5. But it just, why would you want to smoke a cigar that just puckers your mouth up and makes you want to just put it out after every single puff? And this cigar does. All that spicy flavor in the bean reminded me of a Mexican cigar. If you want a Mexican cigar, go for a Te Amo, go for a Matacan for a lot less money. And this isn't an expensive cigar. It's a $5-6 stick for the Robusto, but I can't recommend it. And I don't ever want to smoke another one of these again. CAO's got a lot of really nice cigars. I love the CX2. I don't think you can find them anymore. I haven't seen one in ages, but avoid the MX2. This just, you know what? I don't want to smoke it anymore. Enough. So, until next time, keep smoking whatever you're smoking. Don't smoke that. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you have any comments, if you disagree with me, please feel free to leave me a message. And until next time, we'll see you around for the next review.